What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on? We back again for another episode of The Shy. Sometimes when you get these new shows or shows in general, when they get into their season, they give you that bomb ass first episode, okay? And then the second episode, you be like, okay, this cute for what it is, but where y'all going with this stuff? This was not that, okay? They kept up the momentum from the first episode right into the second episode, and I am so loving it, and I'm so intrigued by it to see how this is all going to play out. And I love the fact that they didn't drag out this Ronnie storyline about him killing Coogee. Okay, so basically, we get Brandon. Brandon is all in his head. And, he's trying to go over there to his mom's house where Coogee stayed at to go help her clean out his room, and she's not there. The tenant comes out of the building that she landlords at, and talking about the leaky faucet, and where she might be down at the Royal. Okay, he goes down there and he sees her at the bar with this dude that I guess is her new thing, and he was like, "So this the new motherfucker that you supposed to be with? This bitch couldn't even come to your son's funeral. You know I don't do funerals. Funerals depressing as shit." Mind you, he was sitting there trying to do a fucking crossword puzzle, and he needed 4 words to go with blank with the wind. I said, it took me the last time he said that to realize what he was saying. And I said, bitch, gone with the wind? Like the movie, Scarlett O'Hara? Come on. I said, niggas are just a mess. And, his mama, she just going through the motions right now because she already has an alcohol problem, probably have a drug problem, but mostly it looked like an alcoholism problem. And, given the fact that her youngest son is dead now, and the way that he died was in such an unjust way. So you put that all on your shoulders, you're depressed, you're grieving, you don't know what to do, and then you got this nigga that ain't really doing nothing for you but enabling you in your habits, your bad habits. It's just a mess. So Brandon is fucked up about that. And his whole thing is, I like the Brandon character because it's showing you, I grew up in this certain environment and I have these certain people, like his mother is an alcoholic. And, my little brother, he out here, he was just young, dumb, doing whatever it was that he was doing, but he really wasn't trying to hurt nobody. But see, I come from this, messed up environment, but I don't have to, go that way into like the gang life and be on the streets and stuff like that. He's more focused on trying to figure out who hurt his brother, who killed his brother, and also his job at the restaurant. You have his friend Louise who was trying to tell him, if you need to go get that thing and we can go out and chop it up and see who did it and take care of that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, sometimes you need friends like that that's just gonna ride out for you regardless. But sometimes you need friends. No, everybody need a friend that's gonna ride, and everybody needs a friend who gonna keep you calm, cool, and collected. And that's gonna come through and be like, okay, look, bitch. Now I get it that you going through this shit, but you got to think about yourself and the consequence. Don't just think about the short term. Think about the long term, about how this shit gonna go. So and I feel like Luis is the short term. Look, bruh, if you want to come out here and get this shit popping, we can go get that shit popping. I can go pick up a piece for you and all that shit. And then I feel like Jerica, his girlfriend, is that long term. Listen, you can't be out here doing this. I see what you're doing, and I don't want you to get so caught up. Every night you going over there to the spot where he got killed in front of the store and all that, and you just looking spaced out and everything. I don't want you going down that road. You have your whole future in your life ahead of you with this cooking thing, and you need to focus on that and let the police handle that. But see, when you say let the police handle it, in Chicago and in a lot of inner cities, it's like, what the fuck they gonna do? They really don't care. Which, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So you get not Coogee, but Brandon also, focusing some of his energy into, his job as the cooking, and that chef's wife. I'm telling you, she wants the D bad. All right, she flirting a little bit too much, and if you can't catch it, bitch, I caught it last week, and I'm catching it now. In that one little scene that she had, she always talking to him. She always doing a lot of stuff. I said, bitch, don't try it and then scream sexual harassment. I mean, it's just going around. Okay, it's like the fucking plague right about now. But he come up with a new dish and he shows it to the chef. He likes it and he was like, "That's all you know." And I'm sitting here like, "Ooh, something about them just." I don't want to think this way, but something about them seems like they little, shiesties and grimy. Like, don't, like, he probably gonna take his dish and I give him credit for it. That's what I'm getting the feeling for. I could be wrong, but, the way he looked at him after he walked away and he was eating that food, I was like, okay, you taking a risk, bruh. I just don't, maybe that's because I just don't really trust people. I don't. I really don't. I've been burned by some shit. So, you build up your defense and you build up your shield, and it's just a lot. But moving on from that little thing, let's get to, like I said about the cops. This is the part that really, really struck me because this scene probably was one of the realest scenes with the cops. And I say realest in the sense that you have so many fucked up cops out here, and you have good cops that actually want to take the time out and to figure out what happened and who actually give a damn about the people in their community. Okay. You got Cruz. He's the one that actually interrogated Coogee last week, and Coogee was telling him about the dog and everything. And at first, he really wasn't trying to believe it, but he did believe it. Okay. And then, Coogee told him, go get you some new shoes. And he went and got some Timbs. He went and told Brandon that. Mind you, it's another cop named Wallace, Detective Wallace, and their lieutenant or whoever's ahead of them told them to work this case together. He's from the gangs unit. And I guess he's become so desensitized to everything that's been going on in the streets, and he has pigeonholed and categorized just about every black murder, every black young teen, boy, whoever, who gets killed, and make it seem as if they did it to themselves. Like they had each other killed or whatever. He killed this person and he came back and killed this person in revenge, and it's all the fucking same. I don't gotta go look into nothing. We gonna make this fit the way that it's supposed to fit in my mind. And why do you care so much? That was the feeling that, and the shit that he was saying, and it irked my life because that is what happened. You have a lot of, and that's why we be out here fighting for fucking justice and, protesting, because you have cops that really don't give a damn, especially about minorities. Don't care to actually go the extra mile, and put forth that effort to actually investigate and see that, hey, what I probably initially thought, let me put that to the side and actually go a little bit deeper and see that maybe it's not going to fall into the stereotypical gang banging type of story. It's not going to fall into that. Maybe it's something a little bit deeper, because he is so convinced that, Coogee was killed in retaliation for Jason's murder, and which was true. But he's so convinced that Coogee is a bad kid and that Coogee was killed by one of Jason's people, meaning like his gang members or something like that. He can't wrap his mind around the fact that this boy had no gang ties, or that we know of right now, that he was all this, this prize basketball player, this honor student, this all this good stuff. He can't wrap his mind around it because, A, he's a black young man. That's one. That's the main reason. Oh, I seen one black nigga, they do it all the time. They shooting each other up, and that's what it is. So all of them got to do the same thing. But then you have Cruz who come in, and he's like, no, that's not what it is. I'm pretty sure it's not what it is. I can see what it is. Somebody else did this, and it's not at all what you think it is. And you need to open up your mind and take that stereotypical judgment, that bigotry out your face. He's not trying to hear it. He's watching him while he's talking to Brandon, and then gonna pour some coffee on his shoes and stuff, just being an asshole. And it irked my nerves because we see this, and I've seen this so many times. So many fucking times. And I can't even count it on my hands. Both hands put together. And that's why cops get a bad rap. And it's sad because it's a lot of cops that are not bad. It's some that actually reach out and want to take care of their community and everybody in there, regardless of what color they are. But then you have some like Wallace who don't give a shit. They want to go with the typical bullshit. But that was that whole thing. That was probably the most, like I said, the realest thing to me. Moving on from that, you got Emmett. Emmett, motherfucking Emmett. We done all seen a motherfucker who will fuck anything. Okay, get a bitch pregnant left, right, and then get in their goddamn feelings because they got a child to take care of and ain't nobody else gonna take care of it because that's your fucking responsibility. Bitch, he made me mad. I was sitting here looking at the whole thing like, from when his first scene, him and Keisha at this party, you dancing with her, but you looking at the other bitch who was just throwing it out there that she wants you to come take this ass. Okay? And I get it, you know, we all gonna look regardless of who we with. We gonna look. And if you say you ain't never looked at another bitch or another nigga when you was with your bitch or your nigga, use a goddamn lie, bitch, cause that's what your eyes is meant for. That don't mean that you gonna go out there and do anything. You know, you just, hey, okay, it's a nice ass just walk past. You know, sometimes you just can't help but look. But that girl was throwing cues, and he was looking like he was looking way too intently. Okay, your girl is grinding her ass all up on you. She all up on you like this and shit. But then that bitch over there, and you just like, he was hooking that up with her mentally, okay? Even though he didn't say verbally, we gonna fuck this shit out. They already had that connection, right? Until Keisha said, bitch, what the fuck? You talking to my man? You doing all this with my man? I said, girl, don't do no shit like that. Don't do no shit like that over this dog ass nigga. This dog ass nigga that just came back with a new baby on your ass, all right? Come on, Keisha, grow up. I mean, you probably only in high school because your little brother, you know, he's in grammar school, middle school. Y'all was walking to school together. Y'all look like y'all both had on uniforms in the first episode. So he take her into the back, into a bedroom, trying to apologize and all that stuff, and trying to get him on with the sex and everything. You know, niggas will try to get you with that, okay? And some of you bitches fall for it. I ain't gonna call y'all bitches. Some of you women fall for it, and some of you niggas fall for it too. You know, just give them off give them some little pussy. Yeah, alright, shut the fuck up. You know, but I said y'all is young as hell. Keisha, say no. Leave him alone because you're gonna be the next victim, okay? And he ain't got no goddamn money. And you see that. He can barely take care of the kids that he got. Speaking of kids, when they're about to get it in, why the little baby that he just got, Emmett Jr., starts crying and pops up out that goddamn playpen. I said, no, who place they got him at? You throwing the who party you got at? They just got a playpen right there on hand in the room in the back, and you gonna bring a baby with you to a party? Is it really that important? See, and this is how you show these young kids having kids, and they not ready for the responsibility because they're so young minded and they're so immature. And he's the main one. You have your priorities all the way fucked up. You're so much more important in thinking about getting pussy and getting the next pussy over your own child and the welfare of your child. So that whole time he out there playing with her, they dancing in a thing, liquor, it's weed probably going in there, all types of drugs, and your baby is in that room by himself just crying his ass off. That baby cried until the end of this episode, his last thing, you know, until he finally cried his ass to sleep. All right, I'm with the mama. Oh, Keisha laughing. Keisha said, bitch, fuck you and all this shit. You know, you trifling as hell. No, she said you lame as fuck. Then he come out with the baby trying to find Keisha, and he run into old girl in the Bulls jersey, and she was like, you's a trifling ass nigga. You ain't getting none of this. She probably still let him tap it, so whatever. She just trying to put up a front any fucking way. Y'all know how y'all do sometimes. So, the next day we see him finna get ready to go to work. He got to go drop off some packages, mail some packages off, and then he got to get ready to go to work at this pizza place. He thinking that the mama gonna babysit the baby, and she said, "No, bruh, I gotta go to work myself." And when I said that I was not finna babysit and take care of nobody else's kids, I really meant that. He was like, "I gotta go to work. What I gotta do?" And she was like, "Bitch, you gotta figure it out." And see, this the thing of it is. This is what single black women go through all the fucking time when they have kids, okay? They have to figure it out. You cannot just sit down and cry about, I can't do this, I can't do that, and just know because you have to get your ass up and you got to find and make a way. And Emmett, you got to do the same goddamn thing, okay? Your mama probably had to do it with you, and now you got to do it with your kids, okay? You didn't want these kids, you should have pulled the fuck out. Better yet, you should have put a goddamn condom on, okay? That's what you should have did. Why are you out here raw dogging these bitches like that, okay? Because how many other niggas that, girl, y'all just don't want to protect yourself. Bitch, Emmy needs to go out here and get checked for some STDs. That nigga probably is a petri dish full of shit, okay? You know, so he was forced to take the kid with him to work. And his boss, Sonny, was like, no, take your ass back home. You're going to get the day off because you need to find somebody to babysit. And he was like, I can't afford that. I need the money. Then we see this guy, Quentin, aka Q, sitting down at the table. He was like, "Yo, young man, come here, let me talk to you." I was like, "What's your name?" Emmett. "Okay, so your name Emmett, you doing all this stuff." And I just knew right then and there something about Q ain't the one to fuck with. Okay, he one of those sly ones that probably would have sweet talked the bitch onto the track. Y'all know what the track is. Pimp, okay? You know, and he gave him $100 and all this stuff, and he was like, go take him down to this other lady, Tiny's place or whatever, to go babysit it and then come back and do your job. And Sonny was like, don't take the money, don't do that, don't do this. And then he took the money. He was like, look, we got a young boy out here trying to do some good. We need to motivate that and cultivate that. I said, oh, you spitting this game. Quincy been in the game a while. I'm noticing all these words. I'm like, that's pimp talk. That's player talk. That's hustler talk. He a big dude out here. He gotta be. So Sonny and Quincy, they brothers. And then Sonny even told Emmett, well, you done took that money and now you in it. Basically, you at his beck and call. We see Q go talking to this guy who wanted, and you could tell that he got some type of influence around the whole area because he asking about what happened with the Jason case and he want to know everything that happened with that. And old boy was kind of scared and stuttering a little bit with him. I said, damn, Q, what you do? How many niggas you done killed? Okay, because that's how they was talking scared. I call Q Quincy. His name Quinn. Quinn Dickinson, bitch. Okay. But anyway, moving on from that, we gonna go to Ronnie. Nope, I'm gonna say Ronnie for last. We're gonna go to little Kevin. So Kevin, he, looking out for stuff because he on alert, so that Ronnie won't find his ass because he don't know if that nigga gonna try to come after him, try to kill him too. But he at school, then all of a sudden, him, Papa, and damn, what's the other little boy name? Child, I can't remember. Him, Papa, and the other little boy with the dreads. They walking up in school or whatever, talking about something. So yeah, you gonna come over to play 2K and all that shit. Andrea bring her ass out there and was like, "Look, bitch, we got practice for the play." And he was like, damn. So you ain't gonna come over? We got 2K playing, bitch. It was like we got practice today, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you coming or not? It was like, I mean, yeah, I'll be there. So of course his boys is pissed off. And Papa said, I hope he hitting that. At least tell a bitch to show you some titties for all the shit that you doing. I said, y'all motherfuckers ain't nothing but what, 12 years old? This is some real life shit because I have flashbacks. I'm not gonna tell you some stuff, but I'm just like, these kids are grown as hell these days in grammar school doing all this stuff. The cursing, calling her a bitch, asking if he fuck, give her some pussy. I said, what y'all know about hitting what? Bitch, you can't even find a little hole. Bitch, you probably can't even find your little wee wee. What are you talking about? And then this big girl come running out of nowhere and bombarding Papa and them, and come to find out she Kevin's not Kevin's but Andrea's cousin, and was like, I ain't talking to you, fat boy. And when she left, Papa said, and that bitch had the nerve to call me fat. I kind of looked at the thing and said the same thing. I said y'all both damn near the same size. He just short. Okay, that's just what it is. He's short with little titties and all that stuff. I said, these kids, I said, so they gonna have a big girl to be the bully. Girl, she just kept on popping up. So you ain't gonna be doing this to my cousin, and you ain't gonna be doing that. And you know what? She a Jehovah Witness, so you ain't finna be treating her like she a hoe. I said, a Jehovah Witness. Now let me tell y'all something. This shit just went through me. And so y'all know I grew up Jehovah's Witness, all right? I never been baptized, but that was the religion I was born into. My mom and my dad was, my grandparents on both sides, us, the whole family. Most of us not, some of us still in there, active, and most of us not. But bitch, when I was young in school, that's exactly how it was. Oh, I'm Jehovah's Witness. But even though, you ain't supposed to be doing certain stuff, we out here playing around with the little boys and shit like that and cussing up a storm and stuff. So what we weren't doing in our mama's house, we was doing at school. I said, damn, that girl reminded me of me. Not the bullying type, but her mouth. I said, oh, I can't do this because I'm Joe Witness. All right. But bitch, what you won't fucking do, with all that cussing and shit. I said, damn it, bitch. That was us. Y'all know y'all be doing some shady shit behind y'all parents' back so you won't get in trouble. But anyway, they doing all that stuff. Next thing you know, Kevin is walking home. And the girl just kept on saying some stuff. She rolled up on him. And I'm thinking that she had a thing for popular ass. No, she had a thing for Kevin. I mean, you bombard him, knock his ass to the floor. He's scared as hell. And then she was like, you know what? I just want to apologize because it wasn't Christian of me for the things that I done. But don't you like my hair? So and so do my hair, and she said my hair like silk, and then gonna lick on him, like slash kiss lick on him. I said, what the fuck? And she's like, I see you later, okay? And you better not tell nobody about this. I said, Kevin, run. You not. I said that is sexual harassment. You just don't understand. But Kevin was on his way home or whatever doing something, and Ronnie saw him, and so he was running away from him. Brandon had knocked on the door, and he was sitting there with the bat, and he was like, "What the fuck you doing with a bat?" It was like that nigga was after me. I don't know if he was trying to talk to me or he was trying to come get me. So he was dealing with that. And I will say, even though y'all probably heard me say nigga like umpteen times in this goddamn review, I do like the fact that they did throw up in there. Brandon kept on telling him, telling Kevin, don't call me nigga. I told you about that word. I told you about using that word. We need to stop using it, but we're not gonna stop using it. It's hard. It's hard. And you said I'm gonna stop using it, but it's a it's hard. It's hard. But I do appreciate the fact that they put it in there. Now let's get into Ronnie's story. Ronnie is still out there with Tracy, who is Jason's mom. They rapping on the same page now. They got a little connection again. He fucked her brains out. I said, look at that. When we in a time of grief and we vulnerable as hell, we just gonna let any and everybody in. Tracy feel like she owe him something because I guess she felt like he really did do something when she told him to go out there and do something. You want to play like you his daddy? Well, go out there and find the motherfucker who did this to him. And he brought his necklace back, and she let him in. And I said, Kind of find out, Emmett's mama is like a take-home care nurse or whatever for the elderly, and she watches and take care of Ronnie's grandmother. And she was like, you gonna have to tell this little old bitch to do her shit right, because she talking back to me, she accusing me of stealing. She ain't call her no bitch, but that's what she wanted to say. She's accusing me of stealing shit, and then she won't take her medicine. Like, I ain't got time for this. She was like, bitch, take your warfarin and make sure you take this. She was like, girl, I'm just taking my one a day, ain't shit else. Get the fuck up out of here. I said, old people get to this age where they do talk to you any type of way and dare you to say some shit back to them. Okay? And that's where the grandma at. The grandma was cussing Ronnie out. She was like, that bitch was trying to steal from me the other day. I'm missing my AA batteries to my remote. That bitch just stole it. I said, what the fuck she need with the batteries, miss? Miss, what does she need with the goddamn batteries? Okay? Ronnie like, mama, grandma, chill the fuck out. It was like, you up in there with Tracy, huh? Tracy got you all tied the fuck up. That bitch just playing you for the moment because she wants somebody who actually got a goddamn job, and you ain't had a job in years. I said, well, damn, you ain't have to read your grandson like that. But sometimes you do. And then she was like, get the fuck on because I got to watch my Judge Judy. And it was like, okay, grandma. Okay, calm the fuck down. He went over there trying to kiss on her and all that shit. And she was like, get up off of me. You all over me like you a rich man. She kept shading the fuck out of Ronnie, okay? I just said, damn. No slack. And so, he goes out. Tracy was like, go to the store, buy him some stuff. He walking with them two dudes that we seen him hang around with early in the episode 1 on the and they kind of implied that they know some shit happened, that somebody took care of some stuff and was talking about the gun that he had. And he goes over and see this dude named Maldred. And Maldred got this white girl. She said, you want to see a spider? She pulled her skirt up and it was a tattoo on her ass. I said, if y'all don't get this crackhead bitch out of here, this is how it be. This is how it be. And he said, what you want to buy? I want you to buy this gun, okay? I was like, let me see. He was like, I want 300 for it. He was like, 300, I'll give you 250. And then he took out some bills and only gave him 200. And he said, I know what you heard me say, but look, you getting this. Now, if you want, you can go in there and fuck anybody up in there. I mean, it's worth it. The bitch with the spider, as soon as she let that spider out, I said, you know what? Ronnie, get the fuck up out of there. Okay? And at this time, he was going to get some food, and this is when Cruz rolled up on him. Cruz rolled up on him and was like, so it's just a coincidence that, Coogee, the boy, I told you that somebody is in custody or whatever, with the son, and then all of a sudden that person ends up dead as soon as I tell you right afterwards. And was like, let me tell you something. You might have thought that he killed your son, but he didn't kill your son. And so at this point in time, Ronnie is just in disbelief. He just fucked up. He was already fucked up that he took a child's life. And now he's even more fucked up that he realized that he took the wrong person's life, okay? And I said, that's what you get. That's what you get taking matters in your own damn hands without even trying to fucking listen. But see, once again, could you want to be in this situation 6 feet under had he not took that shit and wore it? You could take it, pawn that shit, or play it and keep it in your house or whatever the fuck it was. But why would you roll around with the goddamn necklace on? You gave the shoes away to get you some money, but you kept the fucking necklace out in the open. Niggas. Okay? And I do appreciate Cruz going and checking on that story that he said about the dog, because he went and checked up on there and realized that he really was with the dog. Let me tell you, when he said that about he was trying Detective Wallace, something ain't right with his ass. Because he working with the gang shit, so he was working with the crack house, that house or whatever. And yeah, I think he on some shady ass shit. All right. But this was a cute episode. I liked it. I really, really liked it. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I will see you guys later. Anybody know how many episodes this season is? Please put that in the comments, all right? Peace.